Hi, I'm Anna, and I would like just a moment of your time so that I can help you fully understand these solar and backup packages, as well as the components that make up each system. After speaking to many people like yourself, we have come to learn that many people just don't understand inverter systems and how they work. But then again, how can they? I mean, no one is preaching about it in practical detail. So then, let's get straight to it. No two homes or businesses are the same, and therefore, solar or inverter kits cannot be fully a one-size-fits-all situation. There are many factors that come into play when deciding which system is right for you, such as the power output, which is the size of the inverter, power storage, and output duration, which is the size of battery as well as daily power production from the sun if you will be running off the grid or on a hybrid setup, which are the primary ones. Lastly, there's the price factor as well. Let's start with factor number 1, power output, or better as it's better known, the inverter. The inverter is essentially the brains of the whole system. Originally, it was designed to convert our battery power, which is stored in a form of direct current, into the appliance-suitable form of electricity known as alternating current, because your general household appliances cannot run on battery power directly. But in recent years, the inverter has advanced from being just a power converter into a power management system that is able to seamlessly decide between several sources of electricity in order to ensure you are constantly supplied with power even when some of them fail. Currently, there's 3 types of inverters that are popular in our country, which are grid-tied inverters. These run directly from solar panels and must be connected and synced with another source, such as municipal power. In RSA, these are mostly used in commercial application as it's too costly to install battery systems for high-demand applications, and these use national grid as a battery. Secondly, there's the UPS, which are used only as backup inverters during load shedding or only off the grid with no option to fail over to the grid. Third and finally, there is the hybrid ones. Now these are really cool, and we will focus on these because we mostly use these in our systems. The hybrid inverter is a multi-directional inverter that is able to source power from the national grid, battery bank, or solar panels and supply to your home or business. Most hybrid inverter are able to seamlessly balance the supply for the sources, which means that they are able to take some power from solar panels and some power from ESCOM or battery in order to meet the demands you may be placing on it. Then there's the more recent, high-voltage, true hybrid one that are designed to take up to 450 volts DC from solar panels, which means that they are able to run independently from solar panels. But if all you want is just a backup system, you do not need to worry about all these complicated features. What matters is that the inverter power rating, which is normally in kilowatt hours or kVA, means the total power output allowance per hour. For example, the popular 5 kVA or 5 kilowatt-hour inverter simply means you can connect up to 5,000 watts worth of appliances at a time, or better yet, you can connect 10 times 120 watts TV sets, 100 times 11 watts LED lights, a washing machine, 2 times fridge sets, and a few other small items in the house all at once on the inverter. The second factor is the power storage capacity in a form of a battery. The size of battery determines how long you will be able to run. Once ESCOM is not available for load-shedding backup systems, or once the sun sets for hybrid or off-grid users. The duration is affected by 2 things. First, how much you will draw from it, which can be determined by the wattage rating of the appliance and the number of appliances connected to the system. Now, while there has been several battery technologies invented, the best technology on the market today is the lithium-ion and has gained serious momentum over the past 3 years due to the fact that they offer a better power density and the power output is many times better than other technologies such as gel or AGM batteries. We have switched to dealing exclusively with lithium-ion as you will benefit from the thousands of cycles lithium has to offer, averaging at around 5,000 charge and discharge cycles. One cycle simply means when you will use then charge. So 5,000 cycles means that you will use it for the next 5,000 days on a solar installation or the next 5,000 load sheddings. Nonetheless, the build life is between 17 to 21 years, so if you haven't had 5,000 cycles by 2043, you may need to get a new one. Not bad, right? Size of battery is measured as kilowatt hours, so if you have a 5 kilowatt or 5,000 watt-hour battery, it simply means you can connect a 1 watt items for 5,000 hours, or a 10 watt light for 500 hours, or a 100 watt fan or TV, which could be a 55-inch LED TV for 50 hours, or a 1,000 watt microwave, washing machine, or stove for 5 hours, or a 5,000 watts geyser, which would be a 200-liter geyser for 1 hour in or order to drain the battery. So as you can see, our kits are designed to take you through even the longest of load sheddings or through the entire night, plus they will be with you for a really long time. 2043 isn't around the corner. Remember the year 2001. Now imagine 2043. It is really worth the investment. The third factor is power generation per day. Another thing to consider is how much power your system needs to be able to generate on average in order to meet your daily needs. If you are planning to go off the grid or run a hybrid setup, then your main source of electricity will be the solar panels on your roof, which convert sunlight into electricity. The size or rating of the solar panel determines how much power it will collect from the sun per hour, and the global standard for daily production is 8 hours, which is from 9 a.m. in the morning up until 4 p.m. in the evening. For example, a 450-watt solar panel will generate for you 450 watts per hour, which will then be around 3,600 watts per 8 HR day roughly. Practically speaking, one or the 450 watts solar panel is thus capable of generation in average of 3,600 watts, which is equivalent to 36 hours worth of power on a 100 watts TV set. So, in order to know how much power you need, just put together the total amount of wattage consumption of your desired appliances that will run the house versus the amount of time each item will run on average. For example, if you will watch 5 hours of a 100 watts TV per day, use your 50 watts charged laptop for 10 hours, run 5 of 11 watts lights for 12 hours of the night. This works out to a total of 500 watts for the TV, 500 watts for the laptop, and 800 watts from your lights in total per day. So 500 plus 500 plus 800 is equals to 1,800 watt-hours of electricity. This then lets you understand that even just one of the 450-watt solar panel is enough to power these items as exampled. Now remember something, the sun rises way before 9 a.m. and a little after 4 p.m., especially in summer, which mean, here in Africa, we are likely to get more than the daily estimated generation. We hope this information has been helpful in helping you understand solar technology and the components that make up each kit.